Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to cover one of the most important topic, that is 7 C's of communication and a little bit of communication, because it is one of the most scoring topic for the students, but they still get confused and still have some problem in this. And so I believe that after watching this video, their doubts are going to clear that what exactly these 7 C's of communication is all about. Also, 365 days, 24 into 7 hours, each and every person used to communicate either in oral or written form. And so, there's communication. So, communication is an act through which one can share his or her feelings, information, ideas with others. So, there could be two or more than two persons, but at least there should be two persons, one sender or speaker, second listener or receiver for communication to take place. Now, for an instance, it may happen that just for the sake of your designation, the audience is hearing you, but you, as a human being, doesn't know that when your audience is going to lose their interest. So, the 7 C's came into existence. So, 7 C's of communication or effective communication. So, students, if this question comes in your exams, that describe, define, elaborate 7 C's of communication or effective communication. So you doesn't need to get confused here, because 7 C's of communication and effective communication are one and the same thing. So these 7 C's were given by Scott M. Cutlip in his book Effective Public Relations, which was being published in the year 1952. In order to have effective written or oral communication, one must follow these 7 C's. So, completeness, conciseness, consideration, clarity, concreteness, courtesy, and correctness are the 7 C's of communication or effective communication. Now, I'll be explaining these terms in more details, so and will also be using some examples for your just to make you understand even more clear. The speaker needs to ensure that the message he or she wants to deliver or communicate should be complete. The communication must be complete. It should be able to convey information required by the audience. The sender of the message must take into consideration the receiver's mindset and convey the message accordingly. So here you, as a speaker or the sender, just need to take just needs to consider the mindset that your audience is carrying, and accordingly you need to design your message. And you also needs to ensure that your message should include each and every information that is being required. So it should be complete with all the required information, ideas that you actually want your audience to know. Now, concise. When you are concise in your communication, you stick to the point and keep it brief. Avoid using filler words or unnecessary sentences. So, here you need to ensure that the message you are going to deliver or the speech you are going to present, it should not be the lengthy one, because if your message will be lengthy, then it's a obvious thing that your audience is going to lose their interest or concentration from your speech or from the message that you are delivering to them. So you needs to ensure that your message or speech should be concise, it should be short and to the point. So for this you can also avoid using filler words and the sentences which you think that it's not very important to include in your message. So what are the filler words? The words like yeah, ah, oh. So these are the filler words that you can avoid. Now the consideration or coherent. So when your communication is coherent, it's logical. All points should be connected and relate to the main topic, and the tone and flow of the text should be consistent. So, here you, as a speaker or the sender, needs to ensure that whatsoever message you are delivering to your audience, it should make some sense, it should be logical. Because if it will not be logical, then audience will not be listening you anymore, they'll simply lose their interest. And you also needs to ensure that whatsoever point you are saying, it should all the points should relate to the main topic. It should not happen that your main topic is something else and whatsoever you are delivering is something else. So this will make your audience confused that what exactly they are there for. Is they are there just to discuss about this, or they needs to learn about this. Just for an example here, my motive in this video is to discuss about 7 C's of communication, and the points or the message that I'm giving you, it's represent that how to be a good presenter. So you'll get confused, what exactly am I studying? Am I studying about the 7 C's of communication or how to be a good presenter? So you needs to consider all these things. Now comes the concreteness. Concreteness is be specific, not vague. The communication should be concrete, which means the message should be clear and particular so that there should not be any chance of misinterpretation is left. All the facts and figures needs to be clearly mentioned in a message. So here you as a speaker needs to ensure that whatsoever message you are delivering, it should be specific, and you should be delivering your message in such a way that the audience should understand your message in the same sense that in what sense you are delivering to them, so that your message should not be interpreted by your audience. So for this, you can also make the use of facts and figures in your message. For example, a girl is wearing a ring and the second girl comes to her. The second girl asks the question, what is the value of the ring for yourself? And what the girl understood, that the girl might be asking the monetary value of the ring. So what she answers? She'll answer that this ring cost 10,000 to her. So this was the answer that was not being expected by the another girl. The another girl wants to understand the emotion that were attached with the ring the girl is wearing. So you needs to make sure that the way you are delivering your content, it should be conveyed in such a way that the audience should also understand the message in the same sense that you were actually wanting to them to understand, so that your message should not be misinterpreted. Now comes the courtesy. Courteous communication is polite, friendly, open, and honest. There should not be any hidden insult or passive aggressive tone. So here, you as a speaker needs to ensure that the speech you are giving or the message you are delivering, it should give feeling to your audience that you are very polite to them, you are not rude, you are honest, and you are not insulting them. Because if it gives the feeling that you are insulting your audience, then obviously your audience will going to ignore you, they will not be listening you anymore. So you needs to make sure that you are friendly, you are polite, you are honest while delivering your message to them. And also this will also create a goodwill for you. Then comes the clearness. When writing or speaking to someone, be clear about your goals, or message. Try to be clear, try to minimize the number of ideas in each sentences. Make sure that it's easy for your reader to understand your meaning. Information and action required must be clear so that the reader has information they need to take action. So here you as a speaker needs to be very clear about your goals, that what exactly you want audience to know and to do after listening your message or speech. Because if you will not be clear, your audience will also not clear. So you needs to specify each and everything in your message, and also needs to be very clear with the action that you want your audience to take. So this was about the clearness. Now comes the correctness. The message should be correct. That is, correct language should be used, and the sender must ensure that there should not be any grammatical or spelling mistakes. Correct communication is also an error-free communication. So here, you as a speaker needs to ensure that you should not be using any abusive language or the words that are not being accepted in the society. Because if this happens, so audience will not be listening you anymore. They'll simply just sitting and will be going. So your efforts, your time, your energy is being wasted. So, and also needs to ensure while sending your message there should not be any grammatical or spelling mistake as well. So the correct communication is also called an error-free communication. So this was all about 7 C's of communication, and I hope I'm able to clear this topic to you. And further, for the study material, either you can click on the I button above, or you can also refer the description box for the study material below. So thank you.